Hey guys, here's a quick video just sort of showing a couple of the differences here between a pre-war and a wartime M95 Nagant pistol. So first off, you can kind of see, and as the light kind of reflects off the metal here, that the finish is very nice on the pistol, and all the markings are done pretty nicely. So the numbering here in front of the cylinder is each letter is pretty precisely and evenly spaced and stamped, and the star here and the date, this is stamped really well and uniformly and pretty deeply. Has some pretty cool markings here, like the little hammer mark on the hammer. And just overall, the finish, now the trigger pull is not good on the 1895 by modern standards, but the trigger pull is much easier on the pre-war. This is the 1935 one. And here on the wartime, you can see they switched to a plastic grip from the wood. The kind of overall finish is not bad. It's just not quite as well machined and polished as the pre-war one. You can see the star marking here. It's not quite as deep nor as perfect sort of as the other one is. And the lettering here, you can kind of see a little smearing when it was stamped, kind of like it was hastily done. Just the overall sort of feel of this 1895 it's a little bit harder, a little bit more rough. The trigger pull on this, the double action, is a lot harder than the pre-war model, and even the single action is a little bit harder on the wartime gun. And in case you're curious, these do shoot a funny cartridge where the bullet is inside of the cartridge case here, and the cartridge goes up against the cylinder to seal the cylinder. However big of a deal, I guess, in combat that was, the Russians cared enough to do it. You can see how the end of the cartridge here on the fired one is sort of straight, and this will not really fit into the cylinder anymore once it's been fired. So overall, my impressions of the gun is that this must have been pretty cool, I guess, for 1895, kind of on par with other guns maybe, or at least most military sort of issued guns back then. I could definitely see how in just a couple years that this was kind of a little outdated as far as military usage of the pistol. So the loading is done one at a time. Once you lower the gate, and then to eject, you unscrew, you pull this out, and then you would rotate this over, and then you push this through each one. And this is not spring loaded like on some modern revolvers. You have to push and pull on this for every single cylinder. So you do this 7 times, and then load rounds in there individually 7 times in a row. And then you would affix this back, probably. Wow, this was really in there. I had to really push this to get this back over. Okay, so push that back over, and then you would push this back through the gun once you got this all lined up right. All right, then finally, once you got that swung over, then you put that down and screw this in, load your rounds, close the gate, and then you're ready to fire, either double action or single action. So yeah, I guess having one of these would be better than having no gun, but you're kind of armed with definitely late 1800s technology, being armed with one of these. And I mean, if you have one of these, let's just hope you don't need any more than 7 rounds, because it's going to take you a minute to reload this thing. There you go, guys. Appreciate you watching.